Well, one more. Start opening this off cam. It is, well, I think it's the right one. Gonna need a little bit of persuasion. So, I bought another Bachmann Intermodal. I don't know how many I've got now without going through my logbook. This is the black chassis version. Don't know whether there's any difference. This one comes with two 20-foot ISO containers. There's something sliding about in there. And then the other one's just an empty flat. I did the way the picture looked, it looked like there was one on it, but on closer inspection no there isn't. But no biggie, I have got some. As we speak there is some more coming up, containers, 00 gauge ones. So I might get lucky, although they do go for rather a bit of money sometimes. Eye-watering amounts, I think, anyway. But then if not, all else fails, we'll have to 3D print some over there where you can't see. I haven't yet tried any of them. Some of them look a little bit, I think the best one, I think someone said there is a purchase STL file, which seems to be, from people's opinion, the best one. But obviously me being a tight ass, I'll try the free ones first. If they're not quite as good, then they can be painted up, weathered up, and just put in the back scene as, you know, the backdrop of a storage yard. I don't know whether I can do some kind of, you know, intermodal exchange yard, whether I'll have room. It's sort of a case of all of the ideas. You tend to get a bit sort of your eyes bigger than your belly scenario, where you want more in the layout than you can actually fit. And I think I've probably reached that point already. I would like a cement plant, but the Walthers one, which I think is the same one Key World done with their East Coast cement line, which they're now revamping, I think. It does take up quite a bit of room. It's quite a large kit in its own right, and it's not cheap. And I don't know whether I could accommodate it, but if I could, that would probably be a bigger priority than an intermodal yard, or maybe just a smaller rendition of a yard or part of it as a backdrop with, you know, dummy containers or even low relief containers against the wall to give you the impression there's, you know, a sea full of containers in behind the crane and whatnot. But we'll have to wait and see. This is why I don't sort of like to try and, well, I can't, because I don't actually have the skills to do it on CAD. But to try and draw anything like that, assuming I could, because things don't always work out how you think they do on paper. So I'm holding off, rightly or wrongly so, with regards to sort of ideas. Well, ideas I've got, plans I haven't. How things can be integrated and made to work. That's bloody tight. Well, a quick one-ish. I've been shopping at not my favourite company, only because they're a little bit on the dear side usually, but sometimes you can pull something out, let's say for a reasonable price. Certainly not a bargain, but they have the 20% off offer at the moment, and I had previously bid on these items, I think. Better make sure which ones they are. And the offer was declined, but this time it was only a couple of pounds more than I'd offered. Usually they come back with a counter offer, but they hadn't bothered. But I bought these. There is some more inbound, but I think it's only just been shipped today, so they're a bit unusual. You don't see them very often, well, you don't know, because I think they're actually all gone. They are a little bit out of my perceived time period for the American railroad, but their unusualness caught my curiosity. They're not the most accurate rendition from my research that I later done after purchasing them, but nothing major. They are Union Carbide refrigerated Argon, so they're like a cryogenic tank, I think, for carrying gas. They're reasonably weighty. They're not super detailed, but they're okay, and they only cost was it about £25 each, so they're about what I'm willing to pay for a tank car. I think probably the black ones would have looked better, but they didn't have any black ones, so they've got the sort of regular detailing. Some of the bars are a little bit heavier than modern. I think these are about 10 years ago production. So for something that's 10 years old, they look pretty good nick, don't they? They're not sort of dusty and dirty and faded. It looks like, judging by the wheels, if you can tell, they ain't been run. Which brings back to the last Backman Intermodal set. I actually went through it last night. Because obviously there was something rattling around, which is one of the little detail parts, and the bag's still sealed, all the bags, the couplings and everything, so they've never been used. They are literally as you would get it off the shelf. Oops. Well, we've got two identical eBay boxes, but they're not from the same seller. So this was a bit of a suck it and see. Put a bid in. If I win it, I win it. If I didn't, I didn't. And I did. These are, well, I paid what they're worth, or what I feel and think they're worth, but luckily they didn't go any more. Well, I wouldn't have won them. I wasn't going to pay silly money for them that some eBayers are asking for them. They're not anything special in regards to what they model, how accurate they are. They're an old Lima rebranded as a Hornby. More deliveries. Right, we'll start again. That was a laptop power supply. So yeah, I've seen these for some high water and postage charges. I bought them from a seller on eBay called MGR Model Railways, who's based Cambridge way, which isn't a million miles away from me. So they look quite tidy in the box. And unlike the Lima ones where you had to fit all the pipes afterwards, and when you bought it, they're already assembled. So they are the PDA twin V-tank. They look to be basically unused. They have been out of the box because there's the telltale wear mark where you put your thumb to prise open the lid, but yeah, on initial viewing the wheels aren't all scabbied up. No bits rolling around in the box. Something else I've got to find a home for. So they look okay. Right, next one. I'm not quite as sure what this one is. It might be some American stuff that he has put untracked. He done his own address label. It wasn't one of the eBay not so simple delivery ones. Probably because he's been bitten by their inefficiency. Or it could be totally wrong, it could be something else. So I'm hoping, because I did win something the day he came back from holiday, if it is it. Yeah, it is. And he hasn't put it in. Never mind. Oh well. So we've got thick old paper. A pretty lame attempt at packing from a company that sell all sorts of collectibles. We have literally just shoved them in face to face, not even sandwiched them between wrap. Yeah, you'd think people would learn when they get a few negative comments and claims for damages in transit. So are we going to be lucky? And they've come out unscathed. This is a kit version, judging by all the glue residue. So we've got a bit of the piston rod is bent back. Not something you're going to see, but we've now got a broken step. And we put a little bit of glue on them because it softens them up, and then you can push it back and hope for the best. So that's one. These are Montana Rail Link boxcars. Again, another bent step. Yeah, mine boggles, doesn't they? You got good money for it, and then you can't be bothered to put 5 minutes worth of effort into wrapping it in bubble wrap. So yeah, 2 bent steps that may or may not have already been bent. Can't see anything rattling around in the box. And then we've got this one, which definitely is a kit one, which I bought from the same supplier at the same time. And saved £4 in postage. And hopefully the irons aren't all broken. There's one missing, which was already missing. So this is a kit version of a coil car. They have glued them down, so not very well. So yeah, we've got to fabricate a new stacking bar that goes across. I was going to repaint this into Norfolk and Southern. One coupling missing. Looks like the side chute detail is broken off. They're not in here, so it's probably already missing. It's not really a bit you'd notice on the tracks. I'm not overly bothered. I will have a careful look through the paper to see if it's missing. So yeah, they weren't the box cars were £13 for the pair, so, but the other one was 11, which was a bit much for its condition, but the round top ones I never see other than the brand new Wolfers ones, which are 50 odd pounds. Yeah, so the bar was missing and the side detail was missing on the picture, and the coupling was missing as well. So yeah, we're going to probably repaint that at some stage. And that is it, I think. The other one's power supply for me laptop. Nothing else to do this week. Till the next video.